Hello, 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 everybody. How is everybody doing today? Hello, 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 everybody. How is everybody doing today? Why can I hear myself? Okay. So Vans asks, like, what do you think is going to happen? One to vote schools. So Vans asks, like, what do you think is going to happen? One to vote schools. Okay, I'm just trying to figure out why I can hear myself twice. Okay, so Vans asks, what do you think is going to happen? Close schools, ban alcohol, uh, don't ban alcohol, and keep schools open. You know what? It's it's um, it's a good it's a good it's a good topic. I mean, we don't know exactly what's going to happen at the end of the day. Um, I mean, it is by the board members, and all of them, and they actually make a decision. Uh, but if I had to take a guess, I think they are going to close schools, uh, because the schools are starting to become worse and worse, and they seem to be carriers as such. I'm speaking about this from uh, a perspective where my wife's a teacher as well, and yeah, yeah. Hi Zamir, how you doing? Rexy, what's up? Shadia, what's up? I'm gonna need you guys' help. This Rexy or Shadia just now. I'm sure a lot of people, I think, would actually get in. Just yeah. But I wouldn't be surprised if it actually changes the level of the lockdown. To be honest, um, like the 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 way things are going at the moment, I wouldn't be surprised. To be honest, they've been there've been speculations. How's it, Tristan? There's been speculations on this happening for a while now, and I think it's a good thing, to be honest. And yeah, I like how you say my name, Lo. Zamir, Maraj. No, is that not right? I think that's right. Yeah, he's speaking at 8. So I'm yes, I'm gonna share their stream live, and let's see what happens. Um, 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 I mean, I've been seeing the numbers rising. The COVID numbers rising, and the hospitals are getting busier, and It's gonna be oh, Zamo. Ah, ah, ah. Makes sense. The hospitals are getting busier, and he must close my school, and I'll go jumping on my bed. Ashadia, really? The level might change. Yeah, no, the level. I presume it's gonna change either to 3 or 4, um, because the last time the hospitals were this busy is when we were at level 4 and 5 actually. Um, and to stop the spread, everyone had to stay home. And I would not be surprised if that happens again. Um, it's just, at the end of the day, it's the safety of everybody else as well, of the country. And if he doesn't see that, sheesh, you know, sheesh, um, it's a problem. But I think they should start off at the school level, and then take it from there, because the schools is the main place that you got your so-called this things, well, so-called carriers, and it's easy to take that home, from school. And people don't think, hey, this children could actually still spread it. Um, I'm very scared because my wife, if she gets it, she comes home with it, I'm dead. So, um, yeah, I'm really scared about it, and yeah, I wouldn't be surprised he actually closes schools for at least about a month. Excuse me. And no, that's not COVID. That's just a normal cough. I've been trying to take water and stuff, and just a dry cough. People don't really care about COVID anymore, which is dangerous. Ah, no. Uh, Everybody shouldn't be what's the word I'm looking for? Ignorant. Um, because ignorance, leads to death, and that's a problem. Yo, Zaki, what's up? How you doing? Um, Getting Myers, Tristan? I said I was at Tristan like 3 times already. I'm sure about that. You'll never get Myers, bro. Never. Never, never, never. So, what do you guys think is going to happen at his announcement? What are you guys expecting? Tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me. Life is okay at the moment. I'm just a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little bit worried about what's he gonna say now. Because if the country goes into a harder lockdown and it's gonna ruin the economy, like if it hurts businesses, it's a problem. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm worried about that. We get locked down and never go to school again? Nah, I don't think it's gonna get to that level. It'll just maybe be a contagion level where they just wanna, keep everybody away, stop moving so much right now, because everyone thinks there's nothing happening. Everybody thinks COVID's over, and it's not the case. That is the problem. Your mother had COVID already. Yo, um, that that is hard. But I mean, did she get through it? So you know firsthand exactly how it looks, how it feels. Um, Level change and general mentioning of a increase in numbers might close restaurants and ban alcohol because hospital beds are running out. Well, The ban of alcohols, yeah, that's fine. But I mean, the main thing is hospital beds. Um, and restaurants at the moment, look, let's face it, that's not really the source of where everyone's getting it from. Um, Everybody's going clubbing, everyone's going partying still, like nothing's happening. And that's when you least expect it. That's what happens, that's when it hits you. And it's those people that actually bring it home to the other people. I wasn't scared at first until my uncle passed away. Yeah, you see? So it can hit anybody. Um, Don, but at the time she was pregnant and she had COVID. Ooh. Okay. But was your sister born? Or your brother born? I hope I hope that it went smoothly, to be honest, at the end of the day. Lubonics, I, I had COVID again, and my Mo has it now. Sheesh. Yeah, see. So, it spreads, and this is a clear indication of the spread. I think I deserve it. I deserve mod, Uncle Don. Mm, another few more hours. I'll just check your hours and you'll see. Exclamation mark hours. You're nearly there. I'm making everyone get this done. Yes, it looks like they're going to be starting shortly. Yeah, we have to learn to live with it. That's facts. But the thing is that people are ignorant, and I've I've seen this. I've seen that I've seen that people are ignorant and they just don't want to accept the fact that, hey, um, it's a problem. Yeah, Tristan, it's not like, yo, you still got a long way to go. Do exclamation mark top hours and see what happens. You'll see. Okay, guys, they're about to start. I'm gonna change over, I think. We're actually gonna watch it via the ENCA stream, and yeah, let's hope what happens is not too harsh for the economy, especially because it's a problem if it does. I'm here to answer questions as well, so if anyone in chat wants to ask a question, I will do my best to try and answer it. How's it, Tyrone? How are you doing? Let's hope school closes. Well, that's one part though. I really hope schools don't close, but they really need to. Yeah, we were just actually talking about that now, and I think, yeah, I think we really need to though. I'm not gonna lie. Nah, man, nah. Always Kratos, how you doing? Welcome to stream, everybody. Are they late again? I wonder. It's live. It's waiting for them to start. I don't want to do my exams. Oh yes, that's correct. Exams is underway, right? At the moment. Nah, you guys need to do that. Definitely need to do it. Exams are key, Come on. You guys need to get the marks. I mean, here's Kratos right here. He's a teacher as well. And, yeah. Sometimes you have to refresh it. Let's see. Nope, he's still waiting. Not making He's not making content. All the schools in my area are closed due to too many cases, but I don't want it to close because I want to at least do my exams first. Well, you can probably do your exams like locally, to be honest. You start on Thursday, Tristan. Yeah, well, you see, that's. Otherwise, you'll basically lose half a year. Exactly. That's the problem right there. See, Mr. Teacher is talking. Guys, you need to listen to this man. He's late again? Yeah, he's late again. I'm gonna. All my books are at school. Ooh. Well, I'm sure they'll give you a chance to go in and maybe fetch it and, start, and then you start exams on the 1st of July. Well, you see, that's the thing. If you got everything then with you, then you'd rather study at home. You don't understand how much of stress it is as a teacher to know your students are going into the next year unprepared. No, 100%. 100%. It's actually anxiety. Like the teachers don't sleep at night because the kids aren't prepared for the next year. He's late again. Definitely late. Oh, there we go. He's starting. No audio. I'm gonna mute my sound. Guys, no audio. I wonder if they'll realize that. I wonder if they'll realize that there's no audio. Oh my word. Yo. Let me see if we can find another. Another stream of it. I think there is only one, right? Oh, Uzi, what's up? There's no audio, imagine. What is chat saying? Chat's disabled for the live stream. Guys, they're not realizing that there's no audio. Like, what is this? Hello? It's not me. I'm looking for a different one. I'm trying to find one. I'm trying to find one. Trying to find one. Don's Place has. It's just me. Wait a minute. Let me close that. Allow audio and video to play.
In the past
There we go.
7 days.
Done.
With the exception of Northern Cape, all provinces are experiencing rising infections. 4 provinces, Gauteng, the Free State, Northwest and Northern Cape, are officially in a 3rd wave, while others are approaching that point. The proportion of COVID tests that are positive, the so-called positivity rate, is continuing to rise in Gauteng, Limpopo, Western Cape, Free State and KwaZulu-Natal. Of these, Gauteng has been the worst hit. It accounts for nearly 2/3 of new cases measured over the last week. The increase in infections in Gauteng is now faster and steeper than it was at the same time in previous waves. Within a matter of days, it is likely that the number of new cases in Gauteng will surpass the peak of the 2nd wave.
Yeah, Rexy, that's where I am as well.
Private hospitals in the province have reported that they are near capacity. We have to act decisively and must act quickly to save lives. And to do this, we need to return to the basics. We need to remind ourselves how this virus is spread, so that each one of us makes sure that we behave in a way that reduces the chances of transmission.
Yeah.
We must not disregard the basic precautions that we know are so essential. Our scientists inform us that it is through our behavior that the virus is spread. We must remember that many people who are infected with COVID-19 do not show any symptoms. The person who may be sitting next to you in a taxi,
or even in the
a
office,
co-worker or a friend,
yeah,
or even a family member at a social gathering, may be infected. You could get infected as you are traveling in a taxi that does not have any windows open. You could catch the virus from your co-worker who does not wear their mask in a way that covers their nose or their mouth. Your friend or family member may not have washed or sanitized their hands before passing you a drink or a plate of food, and you could get infected. You may go to visit your elderly parents or grandparents, not knowing that you are infected,
and you pass it on
and infect them.
Yep.
You could visit your relative who has diabetes, hypertension, or another underlying condition and infect them, even though you feel healthy. You could even go to church or a mosque, or you could go to a crowded restaurant or shopping center and all the time be passing on the virus and putting the health and lives of others at risk.
Anyway, when you make contact with anybody, that's
It
what
is
happens.
unfortunately as easy as that to pass this disease around. When we know that
Oh,
we have been exposed to a person infected with COVID-19, we must follow the protocol to quarantine for 10 days, no matter how inconvenient it may be for us. This is one of the best ways to stop the virus from spreading further. Basic changes in behavior can make a huge difference in tackling this virus. Now, we've spoken about this many times, but it does bear repeating because oftentimes there are lapses in our behavior. We must be more diligent, more consistent,
correct.
and more aware of our actions. If we are careful and diligent, we can limit transmission and bring down the rate of infection.
The problem with
That
that
has
is
been proven.
there's only a
over
certain
and
percentage
over
of people that are
again. The fewer people that are infected
that are
at
actually
any
that
one
are actually
time,
abiding by that.
the fewer people get sick, fewer people need to be
And that's the problem.
hospitalized, and fewer people need ICU care, and fewer people need ventilators. We know from the last 2 waves of infections and from experience around the world is that when health facilities are overwhelmed, more lives are lost.
Now, Manja,
Our priority now is to make sure that there are enough hospital beds, enough health workers,
yeah,
enough ventilators,
definitely.
enough oxygen to give the best possible care to every person who needs it. The massive surge in new infections means that we must once again tighten restrictions on the movement of persons and gatherings.
Correct.
We need to enforce compliance more rigorously.
Guys, it's going to be a
And we need
hard
to
hard
take
lockdown
firmer
in
action
Gauteng or
against those
all
who
over,
do not
actually.
adhere to the
That's what it
regulations
sounds like.
that save our
Let's see.
lives. In view of the rising infections, the Cabinet has therefore decided to move the country to alert level 3. This will take effect later this evening once the regulations have been gazetted.
okay.
This means that 1.
Alert level
The
3.
hours of curfew will start at 10 p.m. and end at 4 a.m. Second, non-essential establishments like restaurants, bars, and fitness centers will need to close by 9 p.m. to allow their employees and their patrons or customers to travel home before the start of the curfew. All gatherings will be limited to a maximum of 50 people indoors and 100 people outdoors.
Okay.
Where the venue is too small to accommodate these numbers,
I would still not go to
with
those gatherings. I'm
appropriate
just
social
letting you guys know.
distancing, then no more than 50% of the capacity of the venue may be used. This includes religious services, political events, and social gatherings,
Ladies, make
as
it
well
TikTok
as restaurants,
sexy.
bars, taverns, and similar places. Next, attendance at funerals and cremations may not exceed 50 people, and all social distancing and health protocols must be observed. Night vigils, after funeral gatherings, and after tears gatherings are not allowed.
But
The
they
sale
still
of
do it.
alcohol from retail outlets
still do
for
the after tears,
off-site
everything.
consumption
You know what? I mean,
will
people
only be
just
permitted
don't
between
listen.
10 a.m.
That's the
and
problem
6
with this
p.m.
country.
from Monday to Thursday.
Just don't listen. And it's frustrating.
This excludes public holidays. Alcohol sales for on-site consumption
Yeah, exactly, Shanae. Welcome.
will be
Don't
permitted
forget to
as per
drop the like and
license
sub there.
conditions up to 9 p.m. Alcohol consumption in all public spaces, such as beaches and parks, is strictly prohibited.
Okay.
Throughout our response to the pandemic,
So we can still
we
buy
have
alcohol.
sought to take
Just saying.
measures that are appropriate and proportionate to the threat of infection. If we act too soon or impose measures that are too severe, the economy will suffer.
Yes, exactly.
At the same time, if we act too late or if our response is too weak, we risk losing control of the virus.
Correct.
We've therefore closely monitored the data and heeded the advice of our experts and scientists. The measures we are putting in place now are appropriate to the level of risk and are necessary to save the lives of our people.
Can we all
In
agree?
addition, several important measures remain in place. It remains mandatory, in other words, compulsory, for every person to wear a face mask that always covers their nose and mouth at all times when in public spaces.
And don't buy the cheap.
It is a criminal
masks, please.
offense not to do
Buy
so.
proper masks, guys. Please.
The owners and
Everyone must
managers
stay
of
alive.
public buildings, centers, shops, restaurants, taxis and buses all have a responsibility to ensure that people on their premises or in their vehicles wear masks. They must ensure that the appropriate social distancing measures are in place and are adhered to. It is important to remember that it is a criminal offense if the number of people on these premises exceeds the maximum number of customers or employees allowed for there to be proper social distancing. The move to alert level 3 will affect several aspects of our lives and may require changes to activities that we had planned. This includes, for example, arrangements for tomorrow's Youth Day commemoration, which was scheduled to be held in Pietermaritzburg in KZN tomorrow.
Correct.
This will now be a hybrid event with a significantly reduced number of people physically in attendance and a virtual address by the President.
Why is African Bank advertising
We
on
each
this
have a
trip?
responsibility to take the necessary action to protect ourselves and others. It is up to each one of us to limit the risk to ourselves and others.
Sheesh.
We are all aware that our vaccination program has experienced several delays.
How's it from?
Our first setback was that after the arrival of our first batch of vaccines, our scientists discovered that the AstraZeneca vaccine
Renegade.
that we had procured from the Serum Institute of India did not provide sufficient protection against the variant that is predominant in South Africa. We have also been adversely affected by shortages in the global supply of vaccines, which has hampered vaccination programs across Africa and in many other low and middle income countries. After the AstraZeneca setback, the Johnson & Johnson vaccine appeared to be the best option for our country, as it protects
What did he
against
say
the
so far?
variant
Well, we
that
go on
we
to
have
alert
here,
level 3
because
at the moment,
it
stage
requires
3.
only a
Lockdown.
single dose
They
and
didn't
is
say anything about
easier
schools
to
and stuff
store
as
and
yet.
transport. However, the supply of Johnson & Johnson vaccines was held up by an investigation into contamination of ingredients that make up the vaccine at a supplier factory in Baltimore in the United States. Until now, our mass vaccination program has therefore had to rely on the Pfizer vaccine, which requires 2 doses.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, 480,000 health workers have received the Johnson & Johnson vaccine to date as part of phase 1 of the program. As part of phase 2, A further 1.5 million health workers and people
HBK,
over the
you
age
don't know
of
who this
60
guy is.
have received
This
the
is
first
our
dose
president.
of the Pfizer vaccine. This brings the total number of people who have received a vaccine dose to almost 2 million. The pace of vaccination has steadily picked up, and we are now vaccinating around 80,000 people a day at over 570 sites in the public and private sector.
Right.
This number will grow rapidly in the weeks to come as we aim to protect as many vulnerable people as possible. The problems with Johnson & Johnson vaccine have now been resolved.
Okay.
As a result of these problems, 2 million doses that had already been produced at the factory in Gqeberha, the Aspen factory, are unusable. The Aspen plant in Eastern Cape is now able to go ahead and produce new doses.
Okay.
The company has committed to significantly ramp up production and begin supplying the country within the next few days. We have to date received nearly 2.4 million Pfizer vaccine doses. By the end of June, we expect to have received a total of 3.1 million Pfizer doses.
So Aspen is making
their own. We have received an indication from Johnson & Johnson that it expects to deliver around 2 million vaccines to South Africa by the end of the month, thus replacing those 2 million doses that had to be destroyed. The initial doses we receive from Johnson & Johnson will be used to vaccinate educators in our schools and thereafter security personnel on the front line. Now that the delays in the supply of vaccines is largely resolved, our immediate task is to complete the vaccination of all those over 60 years of age without delay. It is estimated that we have the capacity at present to vaccinate at least 150,000 people a day, and we are planning to increase that to 250,000 a day as soon as possible.
Okay.
I would prefer 300,000 a day, which we shall try and reach. I therefore call on every person in this country over the age of 60 to register, whether online, by SMS, by phone, or in person, and get vaccinated without delay. I call on everyone else, if you know someone over 60 years of age who has not been vaccinated, please help them to register and to go get vaccinated. As we see the rate of infections rise across the country, there's one statistics that provides a clear reason for hope. At a similar point in the rise of the second wave of infections in early December last year, there were 640 health workers infected by COVID-19 over a 7-day period.
Not at lockdown level 3. I don't think
in the last 7 days, only 64 health workers have been infected, sadly.
Level 4?
While it must be our unwavering determination to ensure that
not so much.
No healthcare workers are infected, this is a significant reduction in infections, which can be attributed to the success of the first phase of our vaccination program. This is evidence that vaccines do work. It must motivate us to accelerate the rollout of vaccines and to ensure that all people who are eligible do register and receive the vaccine.
That's only people over the age of 60.
15 months ago,
that's what it
as
is.
I addressed the nation from here,
I mean, I could register. I'm not over 60 though, but I could register, but they said we will get no T5.
But it is up to us to determine how long it will last, how damaging it will be.
80% of restaurants make their money past 9 p.m. No, that's not true.
And our country to recover.
Not true. For Joburg,
I continue to say it is true that
and go pick
We
up
are facing a
between
grave emergency.
6 and 8,
But if we act together,
or between
I
5 and
said,
8.
and if we act now,
Schools closed?
and
No.
if we act
He didn't mention
decisively,
anything about schools as
we
yet.
will overcome it.
I think if we go to level 4,
After all the
then
time
yes.
that has passed, after everything that we have experienced and done, and after all that we have achieved as a nation, these words still ring true. We have endured so much as a nation, and we have prevailed. We've made mistakes along the way, but we've also succeeded in making progress. We will not be overwhelmed by uncertainty, by fear or despondency. We will not be daunted by the size of the complexity of the task that lies before us.
Mhm.
We can now see a path towards overcoming this pandemic. But there is still much that we need to do. We've shown that we have the means and the will to fight this virus. We've made sacrifices along the way and are more confident than ever that we will succeed. We are people made of sterner stuff as South Africans. Succeed we will, and succeed we must. God continue to bless our beautiful country, South Africa, and protect her people.
Yep.
I thank you.
He's not putting on his mask though while walking away. Let's go to chatting screen, guys. So, yeah. Yeah. I also noticed that as well. Like when he's walking away, he doesn't have one. You're very quick there, Shadia. Oh, you're very quick. I see that. Guys, apologies for the no audio at the start. But yeah, he didn't say anything about schools. We at lockdown level 3 though. Strict so you can't be at restaurants after 9. No, you can't jump into your bed, Ashadya. You must write your exams. Don't try and run from it. What else was there? Let's see. There was, alcohol is not supposed to be consumed in public areas like beaches and stuff. How's it, Bruce? And you're not supposed to have social gatherings indoors for more than 50 people, and outdoors for more than 100 people. I don't think you should be going to any of those gatherings. If there's more than 4 people or 5 people in there, stay clear, guys. Just look and stay clear. That's all I'm saying. I mean, you don't wanna take it back home to your parents. Like, even if it's school, if you guys are at school, just like stand your distance away, from a group of people. Don't just like be one of those groups that you've got people around you, and there's more than like this 20 of you together, right? It's not worth it. It's not worth taking it home to your parents. It's not worth actually putting them into that risk as well, that risk factor. And even if you're writing exams, make sure that you just stay your distance away. Even as this teachers and this guys at work as well, just schools are staying open. That's what I've heard. Schools and businesses are open. It's just about the social gatherings though, this Mandra. So I don't know what's going to happen. Your game is doing the thing again. Hmm. We'll have a look at it. We'll have a look at it just now again. I've done morning streams. You can't do that now. I mean, if we go down to lockdown level 4 and 5, I think that's when schools will actually close. They won't do it now. Lockdown level 4, but that's harsh. Now that'll be very bad for the economy. That I can tell you now. I mean, the rand was getting stronger, which was awesome. Um, it was under the 13.50 mark, I think it was, to the dollar, and that was really helping us a lot. Um, so yeah, decay. How President Don, really. Um, what's your take on the vaccine, Sully? Well, I'm a bit wary about the Aspen one that they locally tried to recreate. Um, yeah, but you know what? If they get it right, then they get it right. You know, that's cool. Um, but you heard like the first batch is null and void, which doesn't make sense to me. I mean, why make 2 million of a vaccine that you actually directly copying, and you messed it up? Hmm. Brown, not being negative, schools being open, uh, huge spike in classes, in cases. Yes, 100%, 100%, 100. That's why I was saying, like, lockdown level 3. I was expecting a 4, to be honest. I was actually expecting a 4. Um, I was actually expecting a lockdown level 4 because I think that's the main event spreader, to be honest. Everyone thinks, oh no, it's malls and it's this and that and everything. I believe it's schools. That's where it gets actually spread from. Um, and if that happens, I mean, the kids can take it home to their parents. You guys can take it home to your parents. Then what? Indirectly knowing that you're giving it to your parents. Does it sound good? Nah. That's why you got to be extra careful, actually, at schools. That's why I'm saying stay your distance. Yes, you've got friends. Yes, you want to play with your friends. You want to hug your friends. You want to, play ball or whatever it is with them. But you got to say no to that for now, guys. Just relax. Trust me, during school holidays, numbers are gonna skyrocket during school holidays. Let's see. I don't think there's dragons. Welcome to the stream, bro. I don't know why you're not saying anything. I know you're there though. Okay, card PP gang, really. Darian facts, yeah. Tyrone. You must get the vaccine because you ignore my discords. Silly. If I get sick, I'm blaming him because for this whole year I've got sick every month. Sheesh. That's a bit harsh. You can't really put the blame on anyone. You just need to keep your distance. That's literally you telling me that you're not keeping your distance. Shadia. Yes. As long as I can see my cherry, I'm happy. Ooh, you won't be able to see her. If it goes down to lockdown level 4, and if it actually carries on like this, you won't be able to see her. I still Tyrone, really. In America and that have vaccines, but just people don't want it. That is a little bit sus. Those are people that don't believe in being healed or cured. They don't believe in it, and I say that if you don't, if you have that attitude, what the hell just happened here? Oh. If you had that, I mean, if you had that attitude, then why are you alive? I mean, you got to try something. If it's the only thing that you know that's gonna save you, um, why have that thought? Why have that thought at all? Doesn't make sense. School staying open and is good because I think about it. The students in matric just be, yeah, no, you're right, card. Like everybody needs to be wary, not only students in matric, everybody needs to be wary about it, because if that closes, then it's a problem. uh, and you wouldn't even know you have it. Yeah, aware tem locators as per new rules issued by department has banned all contact spots. Yeah, no, that happened already when they announced lockdown level 2, I think it was. Don, please can you help me so I can stream and play scrims? I will just now do it. Mr. Bruce, I will 100%. Can I have the LITE logo? Sully, I'll get back to you on that. You just need to let me know why on Discord. I did see that message. I didn't respond because I was busy today. Really, really, really busy at work today. Are you a Zola? What? I don't understand. I sit in the back of the class, Don? Okay, cool, no problem. You should sit in the front and just like actually pay more attention. Hey bro, if I can't see her, then that's just Sock Life. Well, you've got WhatsApp phone calls, bro. Just saying. And they come to school tomorrow sick. Not my fault. Yeah. Across, what's up? But little children don't understand how serious COVID is. That's why I'm saying it should start off from the parents. It should start at that root, and also the teachers in school need to try and explain to them why they need to stay a certain distance away from each other. Yes, they want to play. I know they want to play and all of those things, but yeah, they just need to learn that hey, you can't be doing this all the time. You can't be having that mindset, and they need to understand why as well, because they don't understand that hey, them bringing it home to their parents could actually hinder that, or could actually hurt their parents. So if you explain it like that to them, maybe that it might assist. I'm just gonna put this on here. I'm just gonna add this there. Cool. That red shirt hits different. Ooh, silly. You should sit in front and pay attention. Yeah. How's it, Quicks? You there? From you? I'm sure. So you say. I'm gonna play some customs. So sorry if I don't react to the chat. No, it's fine, dude. It's fine. Just relax. It's chilled. Don't come to my school and teach them how to stay away from each other. Nah. You need to. It starts with you guys as well, right? So you guys need to actually make the change, make the difference. Like your friends need to see you doing it and explain to them why they need to do it as well. and the next person looking at them will do the same thing, and it's a snowball effect, and then everyone would be able to get it. So if you start off like that, then it would be good, because if the parents are not um, if the parents are not doing it, well, I'm sure the parents are doing it, but the kids are just not listening. They don't understand why. But if they listen to it from you and from your perspective, then they would listen. I think they should have closed. No, I don't think this is the right time to do that. Schools should still be open still, because you need to finish your exams. The amount of work and stuff, especially I think it's the second term, that's normally hard. Correct me if I'm wrong. Any teachers watching, but normally the second term is the hardest, um, and the most amount of work that was covered for the entire year. That's a revision. You get tested on that. That's what needs to happen. Me, I scream at the boys in my class to make them put their mask on. Yes, exactly. But don't scream at them. You should explain to them why. Um, there's a difference between screaming at them, telling screaming and telling them, and explaining to them in a good fashion, in like a good manner, and then they'll understand you. Unfortunately, Don is speaking facts. Well, yeah, true. If it's not explained, yeah. I finished exams. I got 1 week off school. I just finished revision of this last week. Okay. DK really hashtag President Don. I don't really mean scream. I know you don't really mean scream, but you shout to them and ask them to put it on. Yes, I understand. I would think that the president needs to do something like I think if nothing changes in the next 2 weeks, it should go to a level 4, and yes, in that scenario, businesses and schools would need to relook at things, because that's where it's coming from. Why spam president on? I'm not. DK, do you want me to do that? Do you want me to block you? Put you in timeout? I can do it. Why are you spamming President Don? I don't understand. Okay, I'll put DK in timeout. Across, if you want to follow, you know what's gonna happen. You're still working from home? Yes, we're working from home about 4 days a week. We only go once into the office. Once a week into the office, but we're still working very hard from home. It's a little bit more difficult though, but we get, I mean, like my team and I are very strong. We get things done on time, so yeah, we still get our work done. Yes, Across. What's up? What do you do for a living? I work at LG Electronics. I'm an engineer at LG Electronics. It's on record now. Well, that's fine. I'm not hiding anything. Yeah, it is. It is. It is. What if we set up a light gaming Among Us session? We can probably speak about that off stream. Have a chat to Nico and to Lubonix about that. I'm sure that can be done. That's actually not a bad idea, though. Not gonna lie. Okay, guys, I'm going to end this live, but yeah, let's see what happens now going forward. I hope the country is now scared of going into the next lockdown session, and it's a problem, and I hope the country sees it's a problem, um, and they make changes. So, and if the changes are heeded, then I'm sure it'll be fine. But if they're not, and if people don't address the nation properly, oh my god. It's a kind of magic. You weren't subbed? It's a kind of magic. Really? Yeah, so government, yeah, it's lockdown level 3. And there's a few time restrictions and limitations as to what. DK is taking oh my word. Yeah, there's just some restrictions in terms of timings and how long or how many people can be out at events and stuff. But still, I would recommend not to even think of going for those events. Like, stay at home, eat at home. If you want takeout, either order it or go to the restaurant, go pick up, come home, sanitize yourself and eat. Or if you can make food at home, just eat at home. You've got everything at home. You know, just do it. Accra's about done, really. DK, what did you start? Like, why? Okay, if Bruce is still in chat, Bruce, can you join the LITE Gaming channel? And guys, do you play Warzone? No, I don't play Warzone. I do have it though, but yeah, it's not really my favorite sort of game to play. Yo, Bales, I was just about to end the stream actually. Yeah, well, luckily schools are not closed, and it's not a harder lockdown as yet. But if the country doesn't listen, and you're gonna get those people that don't listen, and that right there is a problem. There's only a certain percentage that does, but majority of the nation doesn't listen. Still walk around with no mask, still jump into this in public transport with no masks. And yeah, this is obviously gonna hinder a few things that we've got planned as well. DK knows what I'm talking about. I'm sure he's listening on one of those accounts. It's actually kind of sad, but we'll see what happens, guys. Enjoy, and we will have a chat sometime soon. Exclamation mark spec should work. I put it in. Yeah, there we go. It worked. Just took a while. I don't know, good night. Yeah, let's see what happens in the next 2 weeks, because I know we're gonna get that happening. I think there's gonna be another address in the next week or the next 2 weeks. They're gonna keep a strict eye on the numbers and stuff, and that's where if the beds in the hospitals get filled up and the hospital gets filled up and there's nothing for them, that's the problem right there. Actually, I don't have a mod command. I'm gonna put one in shortly. Okay. You did it already. Cool. Thank you. But guys, thank you for joining this, and I will do the next one as well. Hopefully there's actually better news, there's better recovery, and let's see, what happens. Let's see what happens. How can I become a mod? I think your watch time, get the 15 hours watch time on the streams. I can do it. Rexy is a god mod, and that's Rexy and Asharia are god mods in most streams that I know, and they know what they're doing 100%. And mods, you can only get mod if you really want to help out in the stream. But I will allow also moderators if you do a 15-hour watch time, a minimum of a 15-hour watch time. Bells can also be a good one. Well, you can, but do you have 15 hours watch time? No. So change that first, the number where it says 0 to 15, then we can talk. And yes, I will be streaming more often, guys. Let's see what happens in terms of now the country, and I'll make sure to keep you guys updated as well, and posted. I will actually do some posts on my Twitter account, and on Friday. Can you do some scrims? Can you do scrims? I guess. Let's see. Now you're starting. You see, you're starting, let's see. Okay, guys. I love you all, and yeah, I will catch you on the next one. Make sure you got notice enabled as well. Okay. Cheers.